This is problem 7.2 from Fundamentals of Financial Management by Brigham and Houston, concise 9th edition. This is calculating the yield to maturity. Again, bonds are simple time value money problems. And when we say yield to maturity, we're talking about solving for rate. The coupons, or the annual coupons in this case, are the payments. The par value or face value, the amount to be repaid at maturity, is the future value, and the time until the bond matures is the number of periods. All right, so a bond has a $1,000 par value, and we use $1,000 in all these problems. It's got 12 years to maturity. It's got an 8% annual coupon. The coupon rate has one function and one function only. You multiply it by the par value to get how much interest it actually pays each year. So it pays 8% of the par value, or $80 a year. We're given that the bond sells for $980, so that's the price. You'd have to take $980 out of your pocket, and in exchange you'll get $80 a year for 12 years and then get $1,000 back. All right, the yield to maturity is the interest rate that causes the present value of $80 a year for 12 years and the present value of $1,000 to be received 12 years from now, the present value of those cash flows to be equal to $980. All right, so we're solving for rate. Number of periods, payment, price or present value, and future value. All right. Add a couple of decimal places because Excel tends to round too much. The yield to maturity on this bond is currently 8.27%. All right, that's the yield to maturity. Assume that the yield to maturity remains constant for the next 3 years. What will be the price 3 years from today? Okay, well, 3 years from today, it won't have 12 years to go. It'll only have 9 years to go. It'll still be paying $1,000 at the end of the 9 years and $80 a year over each of the next 9 years. And if we say the cash flow or the interest rate is the same, the yield to maturity is the same, then all we have to do is solve for present value of what the price will be. The price is going to change. If that's the rate, well, let me pull up the box. Rate. Now instead of having only 8 years, it's got 9 years, or instead of only 12 years, it's dropped down to 9 years. The payment stays the same, and the par value stays the same. But note that the price has now changed from $980 to $983.38. This is a discount bond. A discount bond, by definition, sells for less than its par value. So if the price is less than $1,000, it's by definition a discount bond. The price of a discount bond increases every year as it approaches maturity. The day it matures, it'll be selling for $1,000. Okay, so discount bonds, if there's no change in interest rates, they will naturally increase in price over time. All right, so if we look out here 6 years in the future, the price will have increased 3 years in the future. That's assuming there is no change in the market interest rate. But frankly, these interest rates change continuously, so that's a pretty strong assumption. On the day it matures, when it's got 0 payments left, it'll sell for exactly $1,000. That's bond pricing. Pretty simple stuff.